request discontinuation. I said request discontinuation. Get me out of here. Okay, the game's over. I give up. Couldn't find the switch. They said it would be clearly visible, but I can't see it. And now I realise. You're going to show it to me. You're going to turn around and it'll be on your back. It's on your back, am I right? Request discontinuation. I said request discontinuation. No.
Shh, Ralph. It's okay, Ralph. Ralph, it's okay. You've done really well.
Can I have another tranquilizer?
Of course. Is that better?
Sleep your way to a better life.
Are you ready to move on?
You mean there's more you need to know?
I just want you to sit back and relax and take a look at this screen. Do you recognise this symbol?
Of course I bloody do. How many times have we got to go through this?
Ralph, please, I need you to help me. Can you describe what it is?
It's the symbol for a corn peg switch. Look, if I'd seen one in there, I'd have pressed it and got out of the dream.
So, there is no switch or anything in this experience?
Experience? Is that what we're calling it?
What would you call it, Ralph? The corn peg symbol, could it have been scrawled along the sand?
Obviously not.
How about on the robot? Do you ever get nightmares, Ralph? That's 45 minutes. I think we've made quite good progress today.
See, what I don't understand is why you won't tell me how long I was in stasis for.
We'll leave that for another time. You must first get used to being awake again, as you've been through quite an experience.
This organisation's run on bloody secrets. Can't you at least give me some idea of how long it's been? Years, decades, centuries? It's topside habitable.
Relax. You weren't out for as long as you imagined. And as for living on the surface again, it turns out our predictions after the event were somewhat optimistic. I'll stop by the same time tomorrow. I hope you weren't eavesdropping on a private consultation.
Me? Oh, no, Dr. Quist, no. You know as well as I do that the ramifications for my career would be...
The least of your worries, I can assure you.
So what did Robo Ralph tell you in there?
Well, as you know, Mr. Mannis, doctor-patient confidentiality prevents me.
If it's about my systems, I've got a right to know. You psychs, you get these crazy ideas into your head and then...
You can at least wait until we get into Director Collett's office.
So, who'd have programmed such a nightmare like that anyway? We checked the scripts and there was nothing in there.
He's plugged into the continuum, which brings us back to the interface.
I bet you anything, that man's got a screw loose.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Dr. Quist, Mr. Mannis.
Director Collett, let me start by saying that my system by far has the greatest dream footprint of all of those at Dream Control, and furthermore, nothing of this magnitude has ever happened.
Your interface has been thoroughly examined by a team of analysts under Tech Director Higgs. So far, you'll be glad to know no defects, no backdoors.
There you go, see? I told you, it's your man. He's cracked.
Director Collett, I can assure you, Ralph Prowse is far from cracked, as Mr. Manners here would have it. Just a mild case of robophobia.
Mild? The guy's subconscious is taking him on beach picnics with military androids.
Director!
Now, Ralph Proust was in cryogenic suspension. He was plugged into the dream continuum via a Magellan's adapter, so his mind was incapable of generating new dream content.
So what he experienced must have been a script.
It's not that simple. You see, every script contains a request discontinuation option, as the familiar Cornpeck switch, and the regulator is set so high that it's impossible for a script to be generated without it.
Mr. Prowse didn't see one.
It would have been very obvious.
Well then, if it wasn't a script, that only leaves the continuum itself.
The continuum is alive.
The dream continuum is a perpetual cycle of over a quintillion psionic events. In a sense, it's always been alive, but we've managed to keep it suppressed by administering synaptic pulses of 10,000 volts every 3 microseconds. We've been feeding it our thoughts, our fears, our dreams, our fantasies, every secret, every lie, every second of every day. It has been evolving. And now we're no longer capable of suppressing an intelligence of this magnitude. The continuum has become sentient. There can be no turning back.
Request discontinuation. I said request discontinuation.